Hello and welcome to a how to draw video. I'm doing one of these now. um, Basically, I'm just gonna draw Goku front on, and I'm just gonna detail my method as I go along, and hopefully it should help some of you guys. And like I've been getting like Twitter DMs and stuff like that. With people like, how can you critique my art, or can you help me with some stuff, and I get a few of them, so I just thought, ooh, I'll just make one of these, and hopefully that will help some people. I will be using references just to carry some of the work, and I'll include some in the description if you guys want to use them as well. Some of the ones that I use quite often, if you need to. But here we go. And I apologize in advance for any noise made by my pen hitting the screen on my tablet. So generally what I will do is if the pen wants to work, there we go, use a pencil. Where is it? This one. So generally I will just start off by doing like a circle ish with like a pointed end, just blocking out the shapes basically. And I'll skip through some of this, just like fast forward it all while I'm like, because I'll sketch stuff over and over, so I'll just skip through all of that. Okay. See, you can already see like the shape of it starting to like take form. What we'll do then is, and this primarily gonna help people who are working digitally, and some of it you'll be able to use if you're drawing like on paper and stuff like that. But again, mainly for people who are working with digital tools. Head slightly off center. Okay. Just lower the opacity and then start a new layer. And like, I'll do this Like, I'll do so many layers. So it's a bit of brute force basically, because I just brute force it until I like the way it looks basically. Remember that there's like a slight slant on the sides of the face when it comes to Dragon Ball characters. I mean, you can use this for pretty much any Dragon Ball character in general, really, because their faces are all similarly shaped. Their body types are almost exactly the same. So like, this could be literally anyone. Okay, so using the guide, the small, the rough guide that you used earlier, just like I would place, the furrow of the brow just in the, the crosshair of that, basically. And just bring the eyebrows out. One other thing that would be helpful to remember is that while you're just going through and, adding all the details and stuff, it's a good idea to always just like flip your work periodically, just to make sure that everything's sort of symmetrical-ish. Doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. That would be weird. But I think being close to symmetrical is a good idea, because it just helps everything look just a bit better. Let's flip it there. See, that's not that bad. You can always just like adjust stuff ever so slightly. Just adjust stuff ever so slightly, just to make it so it just doesn't look quite as wonky. A little bit too far to the right there. Just move it in, and move this eye thing down a bit, the edge of the eye. Okay, flip it back. Okay, I'm gonna start a new layer now, and just let me draw the head shape back in that way. Actually, just the circular head shape can help to place the hair. Okay, boom. That's so funny. Remember to like arch the eyebrows. I mean, it can be a lot, or it can be only very slightly, but it helps the expression from not looking so stale if you just if you're just doing big straight lines for the eyebrows. A little too thick there. So as for the ears, I would recommend try and keep the tops of the ears as lined up with the eyebrows as possible, especially if it's just like a straight on, shot of the face. When they're like, if you've got them like looking down or looking up, the ear position appears to change as the angle of the face changes. So if they're looking up, the ears come down. If they're looking down, the ears come up above the eyebrows. But obviously we're drawing a front shot here, so they're just going to sort of stay around the same height as the eyebrows. I'm going to start the ears from a little lower as well. just thought I'd make a note of this. There's like two or three ways that you can like draw the top of the chest. One is that you can just outright define the pecs like this. Put a line there. The delts as well. Bam. Or you can detail the collarbone if you wish, and then like that. Give it a bit of curvature and then bring it up. And then you can just do like a line, couple lines there, couple lines there. That's kind of like the classic way to do it. And then, define pecs is like the Boo Saga way to do it. You can do it a little bit defining the collarbones. There's a couple of different ways to do that. I can't remember them all. But you can do something like this. So you can just bring it right back and then just hit that curve there. And this one, and then do a curve there. And just have it all as one line, and then do like a single line coming up there. And then you can just like, do the share, whatever. As you may have noticed, I just made Goku's head slightly bigger, just because I thought it was just, slightly too big. And usually the neck should meet the face sort of where the bottom of the ear connects to the sides of the face. So I think that looks better. Round out the, round out the traps. And there we go. That's it. Goku from the front. I'm gonna stick around and finish this. I'm not gonna talk over this next bit because it's gonna take me a little while just to work out all the small details and shade it and all that. But you may want to just follow along for some idea how I do that as well. But yeah, this has been fun. See you guys later. Fancy meeting you here. Looks like you've stayed to the end of the video. Kudos. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll subscribe and like this video. Please leave a comment down below, or click on one of these other videos.